Yikes, you guys. We went through 3 times of trying to start this. So hopefully this time we will be able to shoot. 3 times my dog started barking immediately as the video started due to some neighbors are having, I don't know what they're having done to their home, but it's like a constant influx of contractors across the street. And these are like contractors. They're not workmen. These are the big boys. And I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're like flattening the house and going to build a new one or what, but it's been loud. So the dogs went off. This is the third attempt to start this video. How are all of you? There we go. I want you to see the pretty marigold flowers I got for you guys. They're absolutely gorgeous. I am Andrea Cox. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. If you haven't subscribed already, I greatly appreciate it. It really lets me know that you appreciate what I am doing. Those of you who are new to the channel, I'm an intuitive healer, a detox specialist by trade, bit of a medicine woman. I run spiritual fasting retreats. I wanted to talk to you guys about private readings and when the cutoff date will be for private readings. So I'm not going to be doing private readings in 2020. Even for my clients that are long-standing clients, I just feel like it takes a lot of my energy. And thank you for hitting the like button. Go ahead and hit the like button if you can hear me clearly, because I'm using a mic that I usually don't use. And excuse me 1 minute. Okay. Good boy, Roger. Go night night. So yeah, go ahead and hit the like button if you can hear me. The like button is at the top of the video, right next to how many people we have on. I can't believe we had to start this 3 different times. And if you have subscribed, go ahead and hit the bell notification button as well. That'll ensure you get all the live videos I do. So those of you who don't know, I have a second YouTube channel, Andrea Cox TV. It's a health and detox channel. I've been vegan for about 18 years now, and you'll find a lot of valuable information there on fasting, things of that nature. I have 2 websites. AndreaCox.com is my health and detox website, and the detoxintuitive.com is where you can purchase a private reading. So as I was saying, this is going to be how the private readings are going to start going until the end of the year. I'll be taking private readings up until the new year, until 2020. And after that, no more private readings, no twin flame readings. I'll occasionally be opening up for Akashic record readings and health and wellness readings, but that will be it. To be a responsible reader, you have to have really cleansed energy, and you also have to cleanse your space regularly. So pretty much every day, if I don't do it, someone else comes and cleans the house. There's certain essential oils that are added to the organic cleaning products that help cleanse the house even further. Walnut oil, sage, rosemary, etc., frankincense. Copal is burnt once a week in the house. Sage is burnt once a week in the house. You don't want to burn things like that too much. It actually can really clear out the energy a little bit too much. So once a week, there's a ritual that I do myself in the evenings and in the mornings to really cleanse the space. Also, I'm susceptible to taking on energy. I just did a reading, was it yesterday? And the woman I was doing a reading for had cut out a friend of hers, a female friend, another female. And I picked up the negative energy so bad that I had to do a second cleansing on myself and on the house that day. So being a triple water sign, a Pisces sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising, Pisces Venus, Cancer in the fourth house, Scorpio North Node, Scorpio Saturn placement, you get the drift. There is a lot of water energy in my chart, and I have to be responsible with all of you. And that requires a lot of cleansing of my body, a lot of cleansing of my space. And I'm going to be traveling in 2020. I'm actually going to be building something that I've always wanted to build. And I'm really manifesting it and hopefully working with some people that can help me make that dream into a reality. So private readings, those of you who are my repeat clients, I would just book a private reading now, purchase it on the website, and then we will schedule you before the year is over. But in the beginning of the new year, definitely no more private readings except the occasional Akashic record and wellness. Brandy, thank you so much. You can always hop on over to Andrea Cox TV and actually cut and paste the link too. That would be very helpful. So I thought that, and always check AndreaCox.com or the Detox Intuitive for the upcoming retreat dates. Getting ready to change those very soon. So I thought we would do kind of a random reading. I'm feeling really just 3 groups. I'm really feeling the numbers 3 and 4 lately. Also a little bit the number 8, but really like 444. I've been seeing that a lot. 333. Some of my clients have been seeing a lot of 666. That's actually a positive. It's not a negative if you read the true spiritual meaning of 666. So let me get a few cards for you guys. All these cards have been cleansed. I have a big drawer in my office. I have this old Dutch desk, and I have this big drawer with a ton of decks of cards in it. And what I do is I take the Mexican copal, and they burn Mexican copal at death ceremonies. Move beyond ancestral patterns. And I open the desk drawer, and I just stick the copal in there, and I allow it to kind of permeate all the cards. I just open up the boxes of the decks and kind of spread the cards around. And then I close the door while the copal is burning the drawer. And I just leave a little crack open, and it really permeates and cleanses the cards. So I thought you guys would like that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 3 piles. I so want to bring these little flowers over from over there. They're absolutely so pretty, the little marigolds, but I just leave them back there for now. Well, let me grab them real quick. One moment. They're so pretty, and I've got more over there. They're just so, I love marigolds. My grandma absolutely loved marigolds. Okay, let's get started. So go ahead and invite your guides in, whoever your guides are to you. I'm going to say a little prayer. We're going to cleanse the energy. I have some triple dosha spray, so whether you're a Pitta, Vata, or a Kapha, this will cleanse your energy. And I'm going to blow what's called the love tuner. It's got the vibration of 528 megahertz. And so it'll really calm the energy and invite a lot of love in. So as I blow the love tuner, just kind of really invite your guides in, your ancestors that have crossed over, and ask them to really help you tune into the messages that are meant for you, and also the pile that's meant for you. So oftentimes what I do as a reader, I've heard some other readers say the pile they avoid the most is the pile they should be drawn to. But what I like to do is I like to say, okay, pile number 1 is me, it's my lessons, or like I choose a pile that I think would resonate with me. And then I say, okay, pile number 3 is about so-and-so, and pile number 2 is like what my sister's going through, or something like that. So really think about the people you're dealing with, and this can help you better understand what they are going through. I feel like a lot of people are, because we have the full moon in Aries, I feel like we are going through a time of feeling like we have to make movement and solidify things. So you could feel like life is speeding up and it's time to make a move, or someone could feel this way about you or about your situation, and you could be feeling their energy as well. I feel like that's very, very, very common right now. Okay, ready? Okay. Isn't that nice? It's called a love tuner. Company out of LA. So I'm going to do 3 piles. I'm just going to give you the messages that are coming to me intuitively as I shuffle the cards before I lay the piles out. I feel like some of you want to travel in a new direction, away from possibly a person. And I feel like the person you're wanting to travel away from could be a little bit controlling. I do feel like this is a person you're with now. I do feel like you have someone protecting you. And I feel like you are not sure if the person you see that is protecting you is protecting you. You're a little bit kind of like, a little bit up in the air. Overall energy is, wow, I love this. Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Please note the cards are not gender-based, race-based, or hair color-based, anything like that. I do, however, I have to say that I do feel like we have a lot of women of color that are really stepping into their power right now. They're really stepping into their power, becoming entrepreneurs more and more and more and more. They're really going after it. They're going to share their gifts in 2020. Release the old and rest. This is overall energy. An animal guardian, trust your instincts. And I feel like this is for the middle pile. I feel like I'm going to turn this face down. But I feel like there is let go of the need to be right. There's a person that needs to let go of the need to be right. I'm going to put these cards Okay, let's get into this. This is pile number 1 over here. This is pile number 2 right here, and this is pile number 3. Going to give you a minute to just look over those. You guys can let me know when you're ready you can hit the thumbs up button on the video, and when I see it go to 15, I'll start the reading. I feel like a lot of you are going into a really prosperous, abundant time. There's some unnecessary worries that you're dealing with. You need to be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with those around you. Some of you don't need to be gentle with those around you. You need to stay strong in your faith and reveal your true self. I think a lot of the problem is a lot of you don't feel safe revealing who you truly are. You're in these controlling dynamics where people don't want you to shine in the way you are meant to shine. When I started this channel like a year ago, so many people were against it. So many people. And I did it anyway. And since then, I've had a lot of people leave my life, and I've had a lot of people try to change my mind, and I've had a lot of people try to infiltrate even my websites to try to stop the flow of this. But this business gave me something that my other business didn't give me. You know, our issues live in our tissues. Everybody was like, health and wellness in tarot, Andrea? Yeah, health and wellness in tarot. Yep. Yep, you bet. In order to clean up our relationships, our home, our work conditions, and in order to leave old jobs that are the mundane, the same thing, day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out. We have to first focus on cleansing our bodies. And that's when our vibration raises. That's when the course changes. We're going to start with pile number 1. Those first 3 cards I drew Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Animal Guardian, trust your instincts. I love the feathers in her hair. Autumn, release the old and rest. Someone's sleeping a lot. I feel like you were sleeping a lot. You're coming out of it. I love how the colors in the cards match. See? And then she's got the deer that is the same color, that kind of like amber color. Some of you, for a new business, maybe amber would be a good color for you. Some of you, this is about starting a new business. Wow. Oh my God, this is beautiful. We have Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. Take note of intuitive messages, the moon. Remember, the cards aren't gender-based, race-based, even sign-based. Even when I pull the moon, which is Cancer and Pisces, it can be any of you. She does have a moon on her forehead. Mother Earth is a pregnancy of creativity. It's someone who has, look at the greenery on her and the butterflies, the grapes hanging from her ears. Someone could love grapes. Someone loves cherries. I feel like someone watching is like cherry season. They go crazy. Someone recently got a tattoo. They've not told anyone. Feel loved and comforted. Someone misses feeling cared for. They miss feeling touched. They miss feeling romantic, but they're so into their creativity that it's not completely consuming them. Spirit fox. So this is a person that trusts their talents in changing times. There's a lot of feathers, a lot of feathers. I feel like some of you could be creating jewelry. You could have a business on the down low that people don't even know about. You could have an Etsy, a website. You could even have, if you're married or involved with someone who you know is a little bit controlling, you could actually run this business on a computer that isn't even seen by anyone. So you know that it's like of your own. Could also be a business you run in magic. We have magic. Unlock the magic within. You could have a whole host of people that come to you that you do services for that is very, underground, so to speak, but in a light way. In in history, they used to hang witches. So a lot of times, if you were a witch in a past life, you'll not want to advertise that, so to speak. You'll not want to, it takes years for you to step into that power and truly own it. So we've got some women of the roots here. Let's pull a few more cards. I do feel like there's a sense of control, but you've got the spiritual protection card. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. I feel like a father figure. I feel like an angry father figure, like someone broke your heart or something. I feel like an angry, like someone's angry at someone. Unconventionality, Moldavite. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life's purpose. I can't speak all of a sudden. Someone's trying to get you not to speak. Maybe you're a speaker. You could be a public speaker. You could be involved with a public speaker. Moldavite. Oh my goodness. Or this is someone that needs to be a public speaker but has not developed those talents fully. I do feel like we have two people here that believe in each other. I'm actually kind of feeling drawn to pile number 3 as I say that, not necessarily pile number 2. Moldavite would be an excellent stone for you. It would also be an excellent stone for pile number 3 because I feel a protective energy for Moldavite. If someone could please look up for me the purpose, the spiritual purpose of a Moldavite stone. It's spelled Moldavite. Someone, it's either in this pile or this pile, is drawn to living in the country or the desert, or it could even be near the ocean, but they don't want a lot of neighbors. Someone feels that way. Drawn to the animal guardian. This reminds me so much of when I lived in Ohio. They have open, I'm just going to say this, so clutch your heart. Now they have open, or they used to have open deer season in Ohio because so many deers, like you couldn't grow up in Ohio and not have hit a deer on the highway. There's so many. And so you often would see during the fall time, you would see deers dead on the side of the highway. And I would always pull over and check their heartbeat to see if they were really dead. And this is what that reminds me of. It doesn't matter what it is, a possum, a deer, anything, I'm gonna pull over. The last animal I did that for, I think, was a fox. Clearing negativity, smoky quartz. I feel like the feminine energy here needs to, smoky quartz on my neck, needs to, so smoky quartz is actually over there. Release negativity from within or around you. I feel like every time the feminine energy wants to make a move of some sort, there's a male energy that enters. Now, we'll get into the court cards in the last round. It could be actually enters her life, or it could be they just kind of send her their energy. Or somebody could be, doing a little bit of juju that affects the feminine's energy strongly. We have spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increase spiritual growth. Excuse me 1 second. It's like whatever sound, people bring in their trash cans, the dogs go crazy. But hey, they're animals. Animals are healing. So, okay, spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendship and increase spiritual growth. I feel like this is definitely a feminine energy that needs to do this. And they also need to make time for self-care. We have kyanite. So someone's not doing their self-care practices as much as they usually are. I feel like it's more because of monetary reasons. I don't feel like it's because they don't want to practice self-care. I feel like there could be a monetary issue. And as I say monetary issue, I'm really drawn to the middle pile, and I don't know why, so we'll get into that. Excuse me while I pull my door shut. Also, as I was pulling my door shut, I was drawn to music. Like I feel music would be dancing would be very healing for this energy. Both of these energies, male or female, I feel like love the outdoors. Okay. I'm just going to pull 3 court cards for this pile, and we're going to keep them turned over until the very end. I feel like this goes over here. And flip it over and put it back in. 10 of Wands. So someone has a lot of heavy burdens over in this pile. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I'm going to look at this one and put it back in because I don't feel it. Wow, Queen of Pentacles again. So I'll leave it. And we have the Ten of Swords as well. Okay, so whoever this energy is, Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, they're very passionate, I feel like, about what they do, or possibly their creativity. But I feel like someone tries to, I feel like this, for this pile, male or female, you have a lot of people that attempt to slow you down. A lot of people standing in the way of your dreams. And that's a jealousy thing. And so whenever you're a go-getter, there's going to be energies that don't like that you go after things. And they're going to tell you everything you're doing wrong and everything that's wrong with you as a person. But then when you try to leave them, they're like, oh no, you're not going anywhere. So that should tell you something. That should tell you something. If this reading resonates with you, Brandy can assist you in what to do. Okay, let's go to pile number 2. Okay, I feel like this is also a very passionate person. We have let go of the need to be right, male or female. Someone needs to let go of the need to be right. We have stargazer, set your sights higher. An air guardian, shift your perception. I look at this card and I see a manipulator. I mean, beautiful blue eyes, but I see big time manipulator. No, this card does not have to be an Aquarius just because there's stars around it. Air guardian, shift your perception. Some of you could have Virgo in your chart. Some of you could have piercings. Some of you could be great at making jewelry, headpieces, etc. Some of you could have Indian descent in your. I see 2 cards that are indicative of, so you could have Indian ancestry. You could have had blood work done and not have known. Mirror guardian, take time to reflect. Okay, I can't help but notice her moon earrings, and I'm drawn to the moon on this Earth Mother over here, this creative energy. So I feel like this person, you see how she's looking into something? I feel like this person's spying, but I feel like it's another female. And for some reason, I'm drawn to the moon on this woman and the moon earrings on this woman. Could have a dark-haired female, light-haired female, but not necessarily. We have the snake, shed old skin. Someone needs to shed their old skin. I feel someone is trying to shed jealousy patterns. Someone wants to give increased support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. Or, okay, someone has an abundance of increased support flowing in because someone else was closed off to being controlled. That's what's going on here. I feel like we have a feminine energy with increased support and another energy with no support. This is more of an earthy energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles come out. We have the Animal Guardian. We have the Mother Earth. We have the Magic Guardian. We have the Moon. We have unconventionality. This is someone who loves freely speaking. They probably love, what is that, the First Amendment? That's probably their favorite. This is also Mother Earth and Queen of Pentacles are indicative of someone who knows how to do a lot of things. They kind of are the master of a lot, they know how to make things grow. But they still need to be able to accept support. This energy here I want to say isn't, see, I don't want to say just hasn't grown into their power, because I feel like these are energies of people that are like 35 and above. I just feel an energy of someone who doesn't have the light like this one and the dark. I want to say the dark. I'm not making comparisons, but I feel a jealous streak in this middle line. And I don't feel it so much from the female as I feel it from this masculine energy here. I get very Aries energy here, and then I do get Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I feel an energy of like maybe someone wanting to start something and someone saying no, or someone wanting to move and someone saying no, or someone applying for something and getting it and someone saying no. And then I feel this energy, the feminine energy, really looking to this energy, to what they're doing a lot. And this, they've got the moon here and the drum, dream, and journey. And so this is an energy that feels energy, and also the magic, unlock the magic within. And this is a person who trusts their talents in changing times and goes for it. And I feel like this is an energy that cares more about what people think. And so they like to be strategic, very logical. I think maybe in the past, this energy tried to hold this energy back. This masculine energy could have tried to hold a feminine energy back. And now there's another feminine who wants to take off, and it's the same thing. I also feel a lot of control and manipulation with money. We have the snake, shed old skin. We also have shift your perception and take time to reflect. I don't know about you guys, but I've really been feeling the power of manifestation in the universe, and just the power of what we can create in this lifetime. I look back on what I've created alone. And I really feel a sense of pride. And I look at where those creations came from, and it all had to do with my ancestry, like how my grandma grew her own food and did everything from scratch, how my mom loved to garden and loved to decorate, and always encouraged us to speak our mind. And with me, she encouraged my writing a lot, even though I couldn't spell. And so I look at things like that. And then my oldest sister, who is very, witchy, so to speak, and she's got salt in the corners and brooms upside down, And so I look at that and I think, wow, we really are a product of our environment. I feel like someone here had a father or a mother who didn't speak kindly to them, and they carried it. And so a lot of the stuff this masculine energy is holding on to does not belong to these females. It's not their fault. Or it could even be this female who had a father who spoke poorly to them. Could even be a father figure. And so they could be blaming someone else for what they went through. Let's take a few cards. I'm going to take one more card from this, and we're going to go on to pile 3, and then we're going to do the court cards. I hope you guys like this. Larimar, sensitive emotions. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. Okay, I feel like we have a masculine that's hungry for someone. There's also, we have the unnecessary worries card over someone else's passion and purpose, because we have this blonde woman over here that, you know, she's got the passion and purpose, and someone else worries about that. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to put the unnecessary worries card in the middle of these two. I feel like there's a feminine and a masculine. I feel like the biggest problem within everyone so far is we've got a really good communicator and then other people who don't speak. We could also have a need to balance masculine and feminine energies. And I feel like it would be more with these two, this masculine and this feminine. I feel like this is a really feminine woman. I feel like this is a woman who's had to step into her masculine, and this is a masculine who's too controlling. So he's overly masculine. Okay, let's draw a few cards from here. I love when all my cards are cleansed. I'm not supposed to look. Oh, sorry. We have Temperance, card of Sagittarius. Magic Cups. Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck. Five of Swords. Something bred from cheating and lying, and we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. We also have the Three of Swords. Okay. I like this last energy. I feel like it is a masculine energy, whether it's a feminine or a man, but I do feel like it's a masculine. I feel like it's a protector. This energy is a protector. We have hold the space, and I've got goosebumps. Someone's holding the space for someone to figure something out. I just keep hearing, you idiot, you idiot, you idiot, whatever that means. This is someone who loves to be alone. This is someone who finds solace in nature. They could be covered in hair right now, too. They could have grown their beard or something. Someone needs attention, affection, love. They need held. And we've got the protection guardian, drop your shields. Okay, so they're looking at a feminine, like she needs to drop her shield. Notice the peacock feathers. So peacock feathers represent for me someone who is very showy. I'm also drawn to the colors of her and this guy here. The greens, the blues, you know. Also in the animal guardian card, the greens, the blues. Let's see what else we have with this energy. Oh, wow. Could be dealing with a Virgo. Could be dealing with a sage. That's an earth angel. Look, he's riding with the peacock feather. Look at him. He's riding with the peacock feather, and she's adorned in peacocks, like peacock feathers. Have you ever seen a peacock get angry? It's really quite fascinating. It reminds me a lot of myself when I get angry. Like their feathers spread out, and they like will run towards you, and they make a noise, like a really loud noise. So, yeah, you should look it up on YouTube and maybe express yourself through anger in a beautiful but loud way. So we've got someone on the board. I know my Virgos are looking at this like this is a mess, clean it up. I'll get there. We've got someone on the board that expresses themselves in a beautiful yet annoyingly loud way. Okay, someone needed to hear that. And this person is holding space for whoever that person is. And I feel like we do have that person on the board. I feel like for some of you feminine, it's this masculine energy if you live with them. And for some of the masculine, I feel like it's this feminine energy here. It could also be in a creative way. I hope this resonates with some of you. Please let me know in the comments section. And Super Chats is on, you guys. Okay, so we have Hunter, track down your fears and desires. So whoever this guy is, they're getting ready to come in at rapid speed. Could be any one of these guys. I think this is all the same person, just different facets, could be throughout different lifetimes, you know? Can I trigger that, please? As I said, can I trigger that, meaning the light? I feel like someone is very triggering. Track down your fears and desires, hold space, drop your shields. Okay. Be devoted and committed. Surround yourself with protective energy. Okay. Someone's encouraging the feminine. I feel like a loud feminine, but someone who is loud for a reason, to surround themselves with protective energy. I feel like it's whoever these two are. They're encouraging a feminine to protect herself. It could be from this person. Doesn't have to be. Embrace the energy of peace. I do feel like you guys have a sage here. You could be dealing with Virgo strong, because we have the Hermit here, which is in other decks of Virgo, but it doesn't have to be. This is recharge and retreat. Bask in joy and light. So I think this energy came in a few months ago, but they came in unannounced. The reason I say that is I had an invasion of bees through my chimney a few months ago. I had to call like a bee person to gently remove the bees without killing them, because you guys know I'm vegan. And I feel like maybe this person started kind of, all of a sudden I'm like, I can't talk. Maybe something's wrong with their throat chakra. And yeah, this is a mess, isn't it? So I feel like someone could have came in to tune in, possibly thinking they were going to learn to do something else. I don't know, that's important to someone. But then they realized that they wanted to focus here. There's like a very protective, almost a fatherly, or it could be a lover, could be a lover from the past. There's just a very protective vibe. Let's pull a couple cards. Oh, my ring came off. Interesting. Could be an ex-husband or I don't know. Or someone you thought you were going to marry, or I don't know. Wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. Maybe someone got sick, or maybe someone thinks you're sick. Or maybe someone sees you're getting better and sees that you're moving forward, but wants to keep you in a certain space. We have my favorite stone card, my birthstone, aquamarine, divine life purpose. Trust the signs in your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. So someone has a divine life purpose that they need to follow, but they're not being gentle with themselves. This is in reverse. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. Rhodochrosonite. Busy times and multitasking. I feel like this masculine energy doesn't think this feminine, whoever the feminine is, they don't see this person as a good multitasker. Take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly address your underlying reasons for being busy. Okay. I also feel like someone wants to move away, like maybe someone has to be in the city and they don't want to be in the city, or they want to live in the country, or they want to live somewhere, they want to write a book or something. I don't know. Spiritual protection. You're being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. And then I want to pull the diamond card because it's here. Value your self worth. You are God's precious gem. Okay, for some of you, there's someone around you that either gives or gave you deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. Could be also a birth or something, because we do have the ceremonies and celebrations card. I do feel like we have an energy of maybe a hidden pregnancy too. You guys need to give it to God, and you do that by just taking a big inhale and exhalation. I also feel if you've had health issues, there's recovery on the way for whoever this is. Could even be addictions. Maybe someone was suffering from an addiction of some kind. They were self-medicating, alcohol, drugs, sex, you name it. My back is itching all of a sudden. Let's look at the court cards to see just the energy. Remember, the court cards aren't necessarily, the sign. Sometimes it's the energy that it's carrying. Wow, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles. So someone is about to make their dreams come true in their work life over here. And we have justice. They are about to get justice in a situation. This person is taking on the justice energy. They could also be very attractive. So Libra energy is they like everything pretty, and I'm a Libra. I show up as a Libra in Vedic. I'm a Libra rising in Vedic, which in Vedic, your rising and moon is really the most important part. And so this is someone who I feel like we've got someone that wants to make a change aesthetically. It could be to themselves or to where they live or something, but they've taken on the Queen of Pentacles. They are serious about what they are creating. And, it may take them a while, but the Wheel of Fortune is here, and that's beautiful. Beautiful energy. It could have been a long road. We had that. We have a King of Wands coming in, and we have the Hanged Man, card of Pisces. Or we could have someone coming in that was hung up on a decision to communicate. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. These are a lot of good cards. We have the Judgment. Judgment and Justice showing up together. And we do have the Magician. Card of Gemini, but it can be anyone. Someone was holding on to something. holding on to money, holding on to a relationship partner, not allowing someone to move forward. And, people can do that in many ways. They can do it by not speaking a truth that needs to be spoken. And they can do it by lying. They can do it by stepping in every time you want to move or move forward or move away. And I almost feel like there was a big plan here or something to keep someone stuck or to punish someone for something. Nine of Pentacles. It's the single entrepreneur card and what's behind it. But someone wants to tame the dragon. So, one more card. The Fool, and someone else wants a new beginning. After, having their heart stomped on a lot. So this is really beautiful energy. This person has the Wheel of Fortune in their favor. I love that. So you may be dealing with this moon energy, this Mother Earth, this creative type, this animal guardian, someone who trusts their talents in changing times and runs with it and unlocks the magic within. They've been in a short period of resting. It says release the old and rest. And if you feel this is you and someone asks what you want, tell them. Dream and journey. This is beautiful. Okay, let's go to this middle. We have Temperance, Patience, card of Sagittarius. We also have the Page of Cups. Could be a younger, could be an air energy with water in their chart. We have the Knight of Swords. So they could have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but not necessarily. You also have an energy down here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, female, but not necessarily. Could be a male as well. 5 swords in their back. It's the cheating card. 10 of Wands. Someone have the snake card. Can be male or female. Someone who creates a lot of problems in someone's life. Whether it's a male or a female, it could be a jealous female over another female. Regardless of who it is stabbing this person in the back, they're still strong enough to get up and walk away. And you see, he's looking back, and she's just walking straight ahead with all these birds. 10 of Wands is a heavy burden, but I see this as the savior person over here. I'm not sure who this is. Okay, so these two have some stuff to work on, or these, I feel like we had 2 different groups over here, like an older, maybe an air sign couple that are on and off, and there's a lot of backstabbing going on, and maybe a younger couple, one person's trying to prove a point, I feel like, by not letting someone in. And that might be the best decision. I feel like we had a controlling person here. I do feel like it was a male energy. Control doesn't always have to be obvious. Sometimes control is, calling someone's phone and hanging up on them when, like trying to telepathically communicate with them when they're moving forward. Trying to cause problems in their business or their personal life when they're trying to move forward. Trying to sabotage new relationships they're in. So remember that. regardless, whoever takes the bait of that masculine will have increased support. I feel like it's financial and also help and work. But someone else is choosing to build on their own because they don't want to be a part of the Ponzi scheme or the harem, so to speak. Okay, we're going to put that hunter back with that group. Okay, so here I get such a Virgo vibe here. Maybe it's because the Hermit, or we have a Page of Swords. Surround yourself with protective energy. I feel like it's from this Page of Swords. Embrace the energy of peace. Or I feel like we have a feminine energy that took on a Page of Swords energy, so to speak, that needs to embrace the energy of peace. See, they're trying to protect themselves. So they've taken on this energy. Pull a few more cards. One for the Sage, please. Six of Cups, so past life, judgment. Wow, we got the Magician on the hold space. I love that. Wow. Yeah, there is someone controlling that's causing confusion. Okay, so I feel like there's been communication from a King of Wands, and this is a communication card about a third party situation. It could be male, female, someone communicated about someone. Could be this energy or someone else. We have a controlling energy. We have the Emperor. Aries energy can be any sign. Surround yourself with protection. And Seven of Cups is confusion or options. So whoever the male energy is that is trying to control a situation has a lot of options. Seven of Cups is the option card, or it's also the confusion card. I feel like it's both. I feel like this person has a lot of options. Maybe they couldn't make up their mind. Maybe they wanted a sip of wine out of a lot of cups. We got the rainbow here coming out of the dead swan. So maybe they siphon energy from those cups. See, they siphon energy from those cups. And they're, let's just put that over here. And then we have the Sage, who knows that he has a past life connection with someone. He's handing that star to someone else who is making a judgment call on someone else. So someone's taking notes. They've got the peacock feather. I don't like the passing off someone to someone else, like you be in charge of this. So I feel like we had two people working against a feminine energy on the DL, but I feel like someone knows about it. That's important for someone to hear, for two people to hear. That's why that Aries energy is surrounding themselves with protective energy. I think someone knows that possibly they made a mistake. Big one. Okay, Hermit, retreat and recharge. Page of Pentacles, Two of Swords. So I feel like someone was supposed to stall someone while someone else is possibly planning a move. We have the Page of Pentacles and Two of Swords. So it could have been a Virgo energy trying to stall someone. So Page of Pentacles is someone who is learning how to cultivate their wealth. But by blindfolding this person, we slow their growth in the wealth. So I think there was some shenanigans done to someone's bag, their financial bag. Now, up here, this protective energy, we have the Magician. It is the card of Gemini. It can be any sign. This person has held space. This is also a person, look closely at that man's face. This is someone who is learning to trust his intuition. So he's learning to go on his intuition. He's lost this magician energy, and he needs to find it again. But he's scared of something from the past repeating itself. He's looking over here. He could have been looking over here since summertime. We have bask in the joy and light. She's got her back turned towards him, but it's only because she's working. See, I think this person thought that this feminine was all Ace of Wands, going out and partying. This feminine has been trying to create. We've got the wheel. 8 of Pentacles is working, doing something over and over and over again to get it right. This man could have also been looking for new love, and he could have been doing the same thing, over and over and over again with different women, etc., or men or whoever. And he keeps circling back around to this feminine energy. She has the Fool. This is someone who shines because we have bask in the joy and light. So the bee. And she has the Fool, which is a new beginning, and the 3 of Swords. So even though I think this person masks a broken heart, there's butterflies around her, she's glowing in purple, but truly there's a broken heart there. We're going to get one more. Let's get 2 more cards for this feminine and 1 more card. I just keep going back to this first pile. Let me just see what we have on the top. And we have the Sun. Ride that unicorn. Look at those sunflowers and those butterflies. Someone's had a rebirth. They've given birth to a new idea or a child, or they've given birth to something that I think someone sees now for the first time. That's beautiful. And we have the 4 of Wands. That's, I don't want to use the M word because I don't want to scare anyone away. It's the marriage card, the 4 walls of security and stability. They both want the same thing, but what is standing in their way? Well, we have the King of Wands. That's the person that talked about a third party situation or whatever in the beginning, and communication with the King of Wands. This guy could be lying about someone. And we have the Hanged Man. Maybe someone couldn't make a decision. And we have, we have the beautiful Moon, card of Pisces, or Cancer, or any sign. I love the purple in this. What are those, wolves or dogs next to her? See, she's draping those wolves in protection. She's like, I raised these wolves. Two of Wands, juggling a lot, and just wants reciprocity, wants an equal giving and receiving, doesn't want one-upmanship in any way. And I feel like this King of Wands is a very one-upmanship, wants to win at all costs, this guy that can't make up his mind. But I feel like over here, we have the Druid. We have someone that sees the light now. Druid is also a sage. They're an earth angel. They have flaws like everyone else. Someone's been very patient with someone with the lovers. Hmm, interesting. Yeah. I just grabbed, the cards and I just want to. So we have the lovers, Seven of Swords, the devil. So this is a lot of kind of poor behavior that someone doesn't want to come forth about because they know it'll cause, drama. And they think it'll cause someone to emotionally walk away. Eight of Cups, and we have the Nine of Cups, eight to the Nine of Cups. Third card for Pisces in the deck is the Nine of Cups. But I think someone's going to come forward anyway. And, you guys, we're not in, how shall I say this? The energy that we all went through in like 2017 and all the 2018 stuff, we're out of that energy. So many people have had so much growth, some haven't. But if we're still holding on to the same, mother and father's teachings and traditional values, those are great. Like, I love traditional values, bring them on. But there's some things that need tweaked in today's world with the way that society is today. Now, I'm not saying you should like let your husband be a whore. I'm not saying that you should let your wife, let her ass cheeks hang out of her shorts or your child's. Thank you, Brandy, for all your help, sweetheart. I'm just saying that there are some things with changing times that need tweaked, right? As time moves and time's fluid, I'm not saying our core values should stay the same, but as our core wounding heals, we should be able to recognize, okay, that is from my grandmother. That is from my father. That is from my mother. Okay, that wound is from my ex from 10 years ago. This is from this. Okay, this is from the person now who's trying to control me. Okay, we should be able to look at things and instead of pointing the finger, unless the finger needs pointed to free ourselves from something, unless the finger needs pointed to free ourselves from something, the only way to free yourself from a situation is to speak up. And some of us need to do that. And some of us have. But growth and expansion, okay, it's like this. So some of you, I coach people. I've done it for years. It's a month-long coaching program. It's not cheap, but I coached people on health for years. And during that time of coaching, usually women with their health, their whole lives changed. Their whole lives changed. Some of them were married for 20 years, got a divorce, got remarried. Some of them had never been married and got married because as we change our bodies, our issues live in our tissues. Also, we change the way we look at relationships. We change the way we look at ourselves. Our self-esteem improves, our vibration raises, and then we change the way we speak, deal, and even think about others. So when I coach clients now, I just had a client the other day that got married. She had been with her guy for years. She's super powerful in what she does for business. And so some of you need to like invest in yourself by investing, if not my course, someone else's. Very important. I'll be taking on, I just took on a new client for November. So I'll be taking on one more client until the end of the year, and then that's it. But, doing the same thing and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. So if you're still in that energy, sorry guys, I'm cracking my back. If you're still in that energy of repeating the same patterns, getting back with your ex and then worrying about him being at the bar cheating on you or whatever, or meeting someone else, that's going to repeat in your life. And no matter how hard you try to change that thought process, that mentality, takes 30 days to change a habit. It's not going to change unless you invest in yourself to get the help you need to actually change it. One of my clients the other day, she's like, "Oh, Andrea, I want you to find love." I'm starting to want to get back into love again. But what I said to her was, for the majority of my life, I've been in a partnership. I spent 11 years with someone. I built a home with him. We lived together. We learned a lot from each other. He was older than me. He taught me a lot. 11 years is a long time. That's a long time to go from like your mom's to like living on your own for a year and then going into a relationship, moving out of your hometown. I had moved from Dayton to New Albany and Columbus, where the owner of Victoria's Secret lives, Les Wexner. And we built a house together. So that's a huge change, a huge shift. And then 11 years later, I realized I had grown into a different person and I didn't want to be with him anymore. And I left. So there was that, then 7 years of single and celibate, where I really learned to be with myself and be okay with it and love myself and get healthy, and got into, raw vegan food and went vegan and all of that, learned about fasting, etc. Some of you are right there right now. If you're not okay with being alone, you're not going to be okay in a relationship. It's going to turn into a situationship. Some of you have never been alone. You've raised your kids, you've been married, you've been divorced, you've had these long karmic relationships for 20 plus years. Toxic, 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 right? So yeah, I'm ready to get into something. I was also in a 4-year relationship. I've been engaged 3 times. So it's not like I am just like, oh God, can't lock one down. It's that I went through a period where I didn't want to lock one down. I enjoy my freedom. I enjoy my solitude. And if you can't provide me with something that is better than what I can provide for myself, oh, no, no, no. I don't want that in my life. I don't want mind games, manipulation, indecisiveness, back and forth. If you can't provide me with the peace, the calmness, the excitement, the love, the genuine loyalty, the passion, if you can't accept that there will be up times and down times, if you can't bring honesty to the table in all of your dealings, all of them, why would I want to subject myself to getting off balance, which is what women do when they allow that type of energy in? It's what women do when they allow that type of energy in. Men can compartmentalize a lot better than women can. Okay? Listen to me. Men can compartmentalize a lot better than women can, right? A man can be in love with you one day, want to marry you, decide, especially air signs and earth signs. Earth signs just work. Earth signs just work. Virgos work like 12 days a week, and there's only 7 days, right? Capricorn, same thing. Taurus, they're just stubborn, right? They'll cut you off and never speak to you again, and you'll never hear from them again. So an air sign can be in a relationship with you one day and want to marry you, and the next day decide that they never want to speak to you again. So you have to understand that if you're a feminine and you don't enjoy and have the balance on your own, you're not balancing your, I don't know, do checkbooks even exist anymore? You're not balancing your business and your home, and you've got shit all over your floor, and your house is a mess, and your frickin' everything's a mess in your life, then you're not ready for anything. If you still get thrown off balance when someone comes to see you, okay, right? So maybe someone comes to see you like once a month or once every other month or something. They come in, it's intimacy. You might have dinner, maybe you don't, or whatever. And then you're thrown off balance for 3 months after. What does that tell you? If you're married and you have to spy on your husband's stuff, his computer and everything, what's that tell you? What does that tell you? Women, they're like this. Men like this, most. Women like this. Men like this. So to find a man that compliments you, right? And allows you to be who you want to be without putting a lid on you and trying to suppress you. I've only found that once. I've only found that, well, twice. Because the one I was with for 11 years did that as well. So twice I've found that. Twice only. If you find someone that wants to walk beside you, not 10 feet in front of you or 10 feet behind you, that's the one you want to hold on to. If you find someone that doesn't try to silence your voice, that's the one you want to hold on to. Took me just figured that out myself. And I guarantee you, if you have someone trying to control you, it was because you needed to learn a lesson about control yourself. It was your lesson to learn. If you have someone running away from you and ignoring you, it's because you need to learn that you do that with other people. And that's your lesson, to learn how to be an adult man or adult woman and communicate properly. If you find out that, your husband is all in his shadow side, and when you go to bed, he's looking at porn and he's got like a list of Facebook girls hidden in an account, blah, 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 and checks out all his old girlfriends and is still trying to stick his nose in their stuff, then that means you have a shadow side that you haven't explored. We're always mirroring, always mirroring, always. If you don't feel good enough, if you're with someone that you think makes you feel not good enough for them, that's your stuff. I bet they don't feel good enough for you. That's your stuff. Work on yourself. We should always be evolving and doing self-work to grow. Always, always, always. So that is actually, oh, you're welcome, Katie. You're very welcome, Katie. So that is what the coaching is about. And the coaching changes people's lives. So you can reach out to me. I'll put my email address right here about that, because I'm only going to take on one person until the end of the year. One more. It's like having me on speed dial. So there we go. There's a form you can fill out on andreacox.com, but you can just email me right here, thedetoxintuitive@gmail.com. There you go. I just typed it in. So cut and paste that. Awesome. And I see my client that bought for November is on here, so that's wonderful. And yeah, private readings will end in 2020 just because I'm going to be focusing more of my energy on the coaching, and I really have to keep my energy as clean as possible. I also am really getting into sound healing and just using different vibrations to heal my body. I've been doing some Rothing, have a friend that's been coming over on the DL and helping me with that. So, and ask your angels. Here's another thing. Let's just pull a card on this. I'm going to pull one from each deck. Ask your angels to help you. If you're having trouble making a decision or something, don't listen to a bunch of tarot. For God's sake, it's so confusing. Self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. Wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. Busy times and multitasking. Take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. Yeah, there's a lot of us running around doing a lot that isn't benefiting the big goal, the big picture, the big goal. I do that too. Whoops, sorry. Self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. I'm going to tell you guys something. Some of the times when I have felt like rock bottom, I broke my foot a few years ago. It was after a breakup and I broke my foot, and I know now why I needed to break my foot. I gained 45 pounds. So I was like 170 something, which that probably doesn't sound a lot to a lot of you. It's not. It is when you're used to having a fitness model's body. Okay, it is. I used to be a fitness model. So I break my foot and I gained all this weight. I was also dealing with a lost pregnancy, and we're just going to keep it at that. At the time, a miscarriage, and I was dealing with it all on my own. And I felt so unattractive. My back started breaking out. My hair looked like shit. I felt so gross. I got hit on more in that time period than ever before. Fast forward to 2 years ago when I went through a breakup again. Pisces get a lot of karmic partners because it's their last lifetime here. So they're trying to tie up loose edges. I've heard that a lot. So I went through a breakup again and I got super thin. I was this. I was like this stick. I was this, okay? Out of the woodwork they came. So some of the times where you feel like you are at your worst, take a shower, take a walk in the morning, drink some lemon and water, play with your dogs, fix your hair. You can do it yourself. You don't have to go get a weave or anything like that. Just pull it in a braid. My hair is dirtier than sin right now. Pull yourself together. Go run your errands. I guarantee you're a lot more attractive than you think you are. Also, I want to talk about attraction and looks and things of that nature. We are all just borrowing these bodies while we are here. We are not these bodies. We aren't these bodies. But we need to take care of these bodies because these bodies are a vessel for us to do our life's work, for us to heal our wounds and teach others. And that brings me to the last thing. And I know this is an intuitive download that someone needs to hear. I feel like someone wants to get out of the 9-to-5 rat race. They're really sick of the same thing every single day. I also feel like someone's boss is just a dick. I'm sorry. Believe in yourself. If you started a second business and it hasn't taken off yet, it will. Things take time to grow. Things take time to grow. When I started this business, it was like slow, slow, slow. Then it was like, oh my God, yeah. And even though I have someone trying to infiltrate my space now and slow me down a few people, it's not going to stop me. I'll have even bigger growth. I'll have even bigger growth over the next month and a half. I guarantee you. Why? Because I believe in myself. I know how karma works. I know that the universe is here to provide for me. I never worry. I never worry. I feel like we have possibly a male energy that is worried about going into a relationship with a female because of money. So take it month by month. So plan out the next 3 months. Go through it. And then take time, reprieve, and then plan out the next 3 months. You can do this. The biggest thing with so many men that they struggle with is they shut down because they feel like they've disappointed us. They feel like they've let us down. And so men are either one way or the other. The smart ones learn how to come and say, you know what, made a mistake. Can we talk about it in a calm manner? I've learned to be very calm in situations. It doesn't serve anyone to be shouted over or to shout over anyone else. I've learned that when I listen, I actually learn. I learn something, even from people I never thought I would learn anything from, especially those people. But the problem is, and this is a male thing, and some females do this too, a man will make a mistake, and then instead of communicating and allowing himself to be vulnerable and allowing himself to be nurtured and loved and cared for, I'll just repeat the mistake again and again and again. And sometimes that's kind of sadist. It's like self-sabotaging behavior. Women do it too. I was doing it. I was doing it the whole last year, you know? And sometimes, just with my words, and sometimes it clicks in them and they're like, oh, you know what? I can get that thought out of my head. I don't have to hate that person because that person brings out the worst in me. It's so I will grow. It's so I will grow to be my highest good. It's because they love me and they want to see me at my best. They want to see me leave a legacy. They want to watch me step into my power, like where they know I should be. Every woman, like here, you will know you love a man when, even if you're not with him at the moment, if your goal is to see him do super well in life, to see him quit a job, or to see him grow his own business, or to see him kick a habit, or to see him, cut someone off that has held him back for decades, or you will know that that is love. That is unconditional love. Unconditional love definition right there. Wanting someone to do well, even if you're not with them. The middle section we had here, the male trying to control a female, and then another female, and that's not love. That's a person that knows nothing about love. That's a person that wants to control another human. I've been there. We all go through that phase. We all go through that phase. That person will wake up one day and say, wow, I didn't want that person to move forward. I tried to control another. So remember that. I hope this helped you guys. I'm gonna like make a green juice or something. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you for subscribing. Double check, make sure you're subscribed, and hit the bell notification button. And thedetoxintuitive.com. You guys have my email address as well right up there for the coaching. And I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful night. Be well. Bye-bye. Oh, the rest of the monthly readings, I think I'm going to hop on tomorrow and start doing those. If not tomorrow, the following day. Have a beautiful weekend. Be well. Bye-bye.